I am back. It's been 7 days since I got Lasik done. To be honest, the past week has kind of been torturous for me, but I think I know why, and it doesn't have anything to do with the actual procedure or any of the healing or anything like that. So I'll definitely explain my experience and what happened. So let's just get into it. First off, the procedure was very, very fast. I was probably in the procedure room, I don't know, maybe five minutes, 10 minutes tops. Probably 10 minutes to be honest. But it was very quick. So that was nice. The doctor and his technicians were very soothing. They let me know what was going on the entire time. So it was a crazy experience too. It was such a trip. Like I can't even explain like the actual procedure. I can't even explain it. It's one of those things where you can't even explain it. It's just you'd have to experience it yourself. So, but anyways, the procedure went really well. It went really fast, and I was in and out of there so quick. Right after the procedure, they obviously set me down and they gave me some of these awesome goggles. They gave me these awesome goggles. I had to wear these goggles for the entire day, the day of, and then I had to wear them every night for the next 5 nights while I slept. But once I left the eye center, my right eye started to, oh my gosh, I don't even know. It just hurt so bad and I couldn't even open it. It was stinging. It just hurt. It just hurt like crazy. So yeah, right afterwards my right eye was just hurting like crazy. My left eye felt fine. Like my left eye had no pain whatsoever at all. So I just came home, I laid down, fell asleep for 4 or 5 hours, and then I actually had a checkup the same day. About 4 or 5 hours later, I went back and they did an eye test for me, and I already had 20/20 vision at that point, which is insane. At that point, my right eye had gotten better. It was just like right after the procedure, my right eye was just, I don't even know. It hurt really bad. Not even going to sugarcoat it at all whatsoever. It hurt. It definitely, definitely hurt. But, so yeah, I had 20/20 vision, 4 hours later, which is crazy. So that was awesome. To go into why it was torturous for me for the past 6 days. So they give you some eye drops. First of all, I'll cover the medicated eye drops that they give you. This one, it's called afloxacin, which is, this one is an antibiotic, so that helps. And I had to put these in every 4 hours for 7 days. So this helps obviously fight off infection. And then this one is prednisolone, which is a steroid. And I put these in together. I put them in every 4 hours for 7 days. So I had those. And then they also recommended me these lubricated eye drops. They're artificial tears, and they're supposed to alleviate any dryness, any irritation, any discomfort in your eyes. They prescribed me these medicated eye drops, but then they recommended these for artificial tears. And these ones, they recommended to put in once every hour the first day, and then I think it was every 2 hours for the next 7 days, or whenever needed. So I was using my eye drops as directed, and let's see, I got LASIK done on Friday, and it was kind of late Saturday night. My eyes started to feel very dry and irritated and kind of just like gritty, and they didn't feel good at all. And that started, so let's see, probably about 35 hours later, 35 hours after the procedure, that started. So fast forward to, let's say, Wednesday, okay, still my eyes, I could just not get any comfort at all, like whatsoever. They were just so dry, so irritated, and all I wanted to do was close my eyes. Like that's just all I wanted to do was close my eyes. But even then, when my eyes were closed, they would still burn and they would still hurt and they would still just be so irritated, and I would struggle falling asleep at night. Falling asleep at night was the biggest struggle for me, and it was very frustrating. Like, I'm not going even to sugarcoat it at all. It was very, very frustrating, and I could not stand it. I called the doctor on Wednesday, and I was like, is this normal, the way that I'm feeling? I was kind of getting worried because it was feeling like I just could not get relief at all whatsoever. No matter how many artificial tears I put in, which the artificial tears are supposed to make your eyes feel better if they're feeling dry and irritated. And it felt like they were doing the opposite, the complete opposite. I called my doctor on Wednesday and I was like, is this normal? You know, should I be worried? And he said, yes, you know, that is normal, but I'd like you to come in so that I can just check your eyes just to make sure everything's healing okay. So I go in the next day on Thursday, and he checks my eyes. He says my eyes feel great. He checks my eyes, and he said that they look great. They're healing fine. Nothing looks any like out of the norm or anything like that. And so I said, you know, I asked again, is it normal to feel this like extreme dryness? Like, is that a normal thing? And he said, yes, that is a normal thing. He did say that when they cut the cornea, like the flap, when they cut that, they're cutting nerve endings that go to your brain, that send signals to your brain that your eyes are moisturized or dry or whatever, and it could take up to a few months for those nerve endings to grow back. So he said that he kind of basically told me, you know, this is just keep using the artificial drops and it'll get better with time, basically. And he couldn't give me an exact time. He said, you know, it could go away within a couple of weeks or a couple of months. It made me feel better to think that, like, what I was experiencing was normal, but at the same time I was like, oh my gosh, like, months? Like, are my eyes gonna be like this for months? So anyways, that night, that same night that I went to the doctor, I was still using my eye drops as directed, and that night I went to bed early because all I wanted to do was close my eyes. Like, I just didn't want to have my eyes open anymore. They felt so tired, so irritated, so dry. Like, it was just exhausting. So I lay in bed and they're dry. So I get my artificial tears, put some artificial tears in, and I mean, within seconds, probably 30 seconds, maybe a minute later, there's still moisture in there from the artificial tears, but they were dry and burning and irritated, and oh my gosh, it was just awful. So I finally fall asleep. It took me forever to fall asleep every single night that this was going on. It took me forever to fall asleep. I wake up like 4 hours later to my eyes feeling the same. They felt gritty, they felt annoyed, they felt irritated, they felt like they were burning, and you know, I just sat there and I'm like, what? This doesn't make any sense. When I put the artificial tears in, it's supposed to make them feel better, but it wasn't making them feel better. It was almost doing the opposite. So I got on Google and I started Googling things about like allergic reactions to this brand. I found people writing about this brand, like on online forums, about this brand. Basically, they were saying the exact same symptoms that I was having: burning, itchy, gritty, irritated, all this stuff. And it said, a lot of them were saying, you know, this brand doesn't work for them, and they basically suggested if anyone is having the same issue to try a different brand. And I went to Walmart at 6 a.m. that morning, and I went and got a new brand of artificial tears. And this one is called Refresh, and this is the Optive one. So basically the same thing. I get back to my car and I instantly open the carton and I put some in, and it was just like instant relief for my eyes. It was so crazy. And I went home, I went straight back to bed. I did not have a hard time falling asleep. My eyes felt so much better. So, and since then I've been using these and my eyes feel 100 times better than they have for the past 6 days. Like, I cannot believe that I was using these artificial tears, that I must have had a allergic reaction. I don't know, my eyes just must have not liked, the formula that was in those artificial tears. So that's what happened to me. It didn't have anything to do with the actual procedure and the healing process. The procedure went really well. My healing obviously was great. Every time they looked at my eyes, they said that they looked great. But it was just these artificial tears. So that's one thing to be aware of. This does say that it's the #1 doctor recommended brand, but that doesn't always mean it's going to be best for you. Everyone is different. Everyone's body is different, and I just can't believe that I was using those eye drops for so long, thinking that the way that I was feeling was normal. And as soon as I started using these, I'm serious, it was like I was like praying to the gods. I was like, thank you so much. The bright side of everything, obviously, I can see perfectly fine. It's so crazy. So I'll look outside and I can just see, trees from like hundreds and hundreds of yards away. I can just see them so clearly. It's just so crisp and so clear. It's crazy. So definitely worked. There is some side effects that I am having that are minor, and I don't see that it's anything right now. I don't see that it's, anything troublesome. So I do have to say, I work at a computer, and that hurts my eyes. It definitely strains my eyes like crazy. So, and that's normal. That's normal for, anyone who goes through Lasik. If you work at a computer, or if you're looking at a computer often, or if you're looking at any type of screen often, then it does strain your eyes. So looking at my computer while I'm working all day long, it just makes my eyes feel dry. So I'll use the artificial drops, and then it'll give relief for about an hour. So when I'm working, I have to use the artificial tears quite often. And then obviously when I'm looking at my phone screen, I have it turned all the way down on the brightness right now, because if it's brighter than that, it just irritates my eyes and strains them really bad. And also watching TV makes my eyes feel strained, exhausted. And also I have like starbursts and halos around lights, and especially at night. So, and that's kind of a weird, I can't even explain it. It just, the light is glaring, basically. Overall, the procedure went really well. My eyes, the only thing is that I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this eye, it has a hemorrhage, and the other one did too. But that one obviously went away. It had a hemorrhage right here on the inside of it, but this one still has a hemorrhage on the outside. So, and they're painless, like they don't hurt at all. So that will go away in a few weeks. But overall, the procedure went really well. I can see. So here's my glasses, and I haven't put them on. And the funniest thing too is that there's been so many times where I'll like go to leave the house or just go to do anything, and I'm like, oh crap, I need my glasses. And I'm like, wait,
no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't need my glasses. Like, I don't freaking need these anymore.
Anyways, I haven't put these on since, so I'm wondering like if it'll be super blurry. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Definitely can see better without these now. So that is a plus, so we can just throw those away. And then also, these, we'll throw those away too, because they're worthless to me. Anyways, everyone's different. A different brand might work better for you, like they did for me. So if you're feeling that way, after surgery, if you do get LASIK and you start to feel that way, maybe the eye drops just aren't, reacting properly to your eyes. Maybe you're allergic. That's what happened to me. So I'll probably do like a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, 1 year post-op video, just to kind of track how I'm feeling, if anything changes, if anything gets worse, if anything gets better, everything like that, all that jazz. So, but yeah, I can see, and it's crazy. It's honestly, it's like, it makes you realize how blind you were before, because before I was so blind. But yeah. Anyways, So if you have any questions about anything that I talked about or anything like that, be sure to comment below and just let me know what you think. Yeah. Let me know if you want to get LASIK. Like, what are you scared about? Because, oh, also one thing that I do want to say, I wanted to mention this. I mentioned in my last video that I was really, really nervous about it. I was so nervous about the procedure. I was so freaked out by it. You know, it gave me anxiety thinking about it. But I just want to say that it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was so quick and it was so easy, and the eye center that I went to, they were fantastic. They were so nice to me. You know, they let me know exactly what was going on the entire time. Like I said before, they just made me feel comfortable. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. Like I said, it maybe lasted 10 minutes. I mean, it was just so fast and so easy, but there were a few side effects that happened, but hey, like that's the territory that you're kind of going into, you know, when you go into any procedure. So anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any questions. Give this video a thumbs up if this helped you, and stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you guys soon.